When I was a little girl, before I could even read, I loved to go to the Chinese restaurant with my parents. And after every meal, I would be very excited to open my fortune cookie. Well, one time when I was 2.5, my mom asked me, "Well, Abby, what does it say?" I got an impish grin on my face and gave her the most serious look I could muster. "It says, you own the future," I said. Keep in mind that I couldn't even read. This conversation was repeated verbatim every time we went to eat Chinese until I could actually read the printed words on the paper. Today I want to talk to you guys about dreamers and risk takers. Rosa Parks, Thomas Edison, Helen Keller, Benjamin Franklin, Galileo. What did all these people have in common? They all dreamed of a brighter future and took risks to make sure it happened. Let's see how this incredible group of people measures up. If you're a dreamer, raise your right hand. If you're a risk taker, raise your left hand. If you possess both these amazing qualities, raise both hands high above your head. The world is full of dreamers and risk takers, but not all dreamers are risk takers, but all risk takers are dreamers. And it is dreamers and risk takers that determine how we live in the future. I would like everyone to close their eyes with me. Imagine it is the 22nd century. Your grandchildren and great-grandchildren have all made a life for themselves. But there's a fork in the road, two paths they could take. To the right is a society that prides itself on education, creativity, and logical thinking. To the left is a society overrun by crime, drugs, and many other things we'd rather not be reminded exist. You may be asking how these societies can be so close and yet so different. The answer is quite simple: influence and choices. With every decision we make every day, we either make a positive or negative impact on the world around us. It is no secret that the world is going to try to tear you down. The question is, do you quiet your voice and stop trying when someone tries to discourage you, or do you stand up and let the world know you are there? Hopefully you all believe in yourselves enough to stand up when someone tries to control your world or take your spirit away. But if you don't, perhaps my speech will teach you how to succeed in this changing world. Ladies and gentlemen, I present the 7 steps to being a successful dreamer and risk taker. Your dream team, your dream, your fears, your confidence, your motivation, temporary insanity, and never believing that your fate is sealed. The first step to being a successful dreamer and risk taker is your dream team. Your dream team consists of 7 influential people in your life, each with a different quality that contribute to your success. Through careful consideration, I have even selected my own personal dream team, and I am happy to say that most of them are here with me today. The first and most vital member of my team is my mom. She taught me to never give up, that as long as I was willing to fall, I would get back up more prepared than ever to face the world, because I had seen it from a different angle. The second members of my team are my best friends for life, Darby and Brittany. They taught me the value of true friendship. Your friends are vital to your success. They see every quality in you from good to bad. They stand beside you when everyone else turns away, and they will always be there to help you succeed. The third member of my team is my first grade teacher, Miss Peggy Wright. She not only taught me how to read, but she taught me to learn everything I could about the world, to be a lifetime learner. The day we stop paying attention to the world is the day people can walk all over us. Please make sure that you don't go blind to the world and nothing slips through your fingers. The fourth person on my team is Miss Kathy Paul. She taught me to love and respect animals, to pay attention to their needs as well as my own. Animals are very special. They comfort us and love us in times of sadness and grief, and if we are willing to form bonds with them, the bonds can last for eternity. The fifth person on my team is Miss Helen Lowe. She taught me to be a spunky girl with a warm, bright smile, even on my darkest days. The dark will always be there, but behind every dark cloud is a ray of light, and as long as we believe that there is hope for a better future, there will always be light. The sixth person on my team is Mr. Mack. He's the reason I've chosen to be a school administrator, because He was always there for his students. We were always equal in his eyes. From the biggest athlete to the smallest special education student, we were equal. What a kid is taught is what a kid becomes. We don't just come and go. And it's people like Mr. Mack that make sure we have our heads screwed on straight before they release us to the world, because we have to know that we are the future. The final person on my team is actually a couple, Miss Deborah and Mr. Alan Jenkins. Mr. Alan taught me to dream big, and Miss Deborah taught me to share my words with the world. These two people are a couple that see the world not as it is, but to what it could be. This is incredibly crucial, because if you can't see past the nonsense of the world, then you are going nowhere. The second step to being a successful dreamer and risk taker is your dream. You cannot be successful if you don't know where you are going. My dream is to revolutionize the special education system with a comprehensive boarding school for children with disabilities. Why? Because I want every child that grabs my hand to know that they can succeed, no matter what challenges God gave them. And I will always be there to hold their hand and guide them in the right direction. And when I finally let go, it means they are ready to face the world. The third step to being a successful dreamer and risk taker is your fears. You cannot take risk or face adversity without knowing your fears. But the trick to knowing your fears is making sure that you don't let them get in your way. Fears are the world's way of holding you back, making you miss out on something amazing. And when you let your fears control you, you relinquish control of your future. Please don't let this happen. The fourth step to being a successful dreamer and risk taker is being confident in what you are doing. Every day you will encounter people that don't believe you can do anything about anything, and you are just talking empty words. Your fifth step is motivation. Your motivation should be what you think people will gain from your dream. I want you guys to imagine you have a fuel tank labeled motivation, and every time somebody says something negative to you, it goes into the tank and pushes you to work harder and harder until you finally succeed. Your sixth step is temporary insanity. Sometimes it is necessary to being a successful risk taker. It's okay to jump off a cliff as long as you have your safety harness. Your safety harness is your dream team. Choose wisely, because these 7 people will make sure that your I can never turns into an I can't. This tiny difference could play an irreplaceable role in your future. The final step to being a successful dreamer and risk taker is never believing that your fate is sealed. In the world we live in today, this can be the hardest step we ever take, but our fate is never sealed unless we stop believing we can change things. So let's demonstrate this. I'm going to give you 5 statements about the world today, and I want you guys to scream, "Why can't we fix it?" so loud that everyone outside stops and knows that we are TED and we have ideas worth sharing. Are you guys ready? Yes. All right. Statement 1, the education system is failing. Why can't we fix it? Poverty is rising. Why can't we fix it? Bullying is at an all-time high. Why can't we fix it? Some people in the world aren't free. Why can't we fix it? Healthcare is losing compassion. Why can't we fix it? We can fix it as long as we believe we can. Hold on, I'm not done yet. I would like the members of my dream team that are here with me today to stand up. I have chosen these people as my dream team because we all have a mutual respect for each other, and they will always be there to help me succeed, and I will keep working harder and harder until I please them. These people gave me the tools to be a successful dreamer and risk taker. Now I've given you the tools. Now all you have to do is use them. Go out, form your team, create your dream, take risks, and most importantly, never lose hope for a brighter future, because the future is only as good as we believe it can be. We are the future, we own the future, and we won't stop until the world is exactly how we want it to be. After all, it's pretty fun to do the impossible. Thank you for listening.